Hello and welcome to our today's session. We are going to dive into the fascinating world of C programming, and today we shall be looking at the basic structure of a C program, which is necessary for us as we set a strong foundation for our coding journey. So I hope you are ready. Let's get. Before we jump into writing C programs, it's crucial and important for us to understand the fundamental structure of a C program. The structure normally provides us with a framework that ensures that we are able to organize our code. It also ensures that the execution of our code is smooth. So we are going to break it step by step and explain why we write each and every line. The first line is what we have seen in the previous slide. It's the hash include stdio.h. What is that? In full, it means standard input output header file. It's an external library, or sometimes we say it's a preprocessor directive, and in it contains the files that define the meaning of the standard input as well as outputs. That means that if we want to input something from our keyboard, or we want to output something to our screen, there are certain files that will be needed. In this given case, those files will have the meaning of functions like printf or functions like scanf. So that header file stdio.h is going to be critical. Without it, when you type certain statements like printf, which is necessary for displaying, or scanf, which is necessary for capturing an input, it's going to throw an error. So the only thing that file is doing is that it contains the commands that define the meaning of the functions like printf as well as scanf. The next statement is what we are having as the int main. This is where the execution of a program begins from. In other words, we say it's the entry point of the execution of our program. And therefore, all the code statements that we shall be writing, majorly, we shall be writing inside of this int main immediately after this opening curly bracket. You're going to see that our int main has an int keyword, which in full it means integer. It means that once our main function executes, it's supposed to return for us an integer value. We are going to look at that in details when we shall be learning about functions. Inside the bracket main, there is a word void, or a keyword void. It means that our main function does not pick any argument because it's the place where execution occurs. Going forward, we have the next statement, which we refer to as the printf. If you remember, we said that the printf function is defined in the stdio.h library. And so, whenever you use a printf function, in other words, it's going to be understood that you want to display something. In this given case, whatever that is going to be within the double quotes is what you want to display to the screen. And so, when you run your program, or when you execute your program, it's going to display the word hello world as shown in this given case. That's what is going to be displayed on your screen. There is a \n, which implies that the statements that are going to be typed after will appear on a new line. For instance, We have the first printf statement here, hello world, and then we have a \n, then we have another printf statement. This is my first program. When we run this program, what is going to happen is that it's going to display this output. We are going to have hello world, and because we have pressed this \n, it means that any subsequent statement shall appear on a new line. That's why you have seen that this is my first program is appearing on another line. Had we removed this \n, it would have been one continuous statement. Hello world, this is my first program. We have the next statement, which is return 0. The return 0 normally indicates or marks the end of our main function. And in most of the times, the return 0 indicates a successful execution. Before we end the lecture, we have this output, which I would expect you to only use the printf statement to recreate such an output. Thank you, and I look forward to seeing you in the next lesson.